When I asked if our information was safe, she basically said, "That's a good question."
That's the response Ann Olette got when she called her daughter's doctor's office and discovered that it had been hacked. The office, called Brookside ENT and Hearing out in Battle Creek, closed its doors last year because of a ransomware attack that doctors say erased all of their patients' medical records.
I'm going to have to start all over again.
That's an extreme case. However, ransomware isn't your typical computer virus. It's a type of malware that takes a hold of your device and then requires you to pay a fee to get rid of the virus. And even then, there's no guarantee that they'll fulfill it. And these ransomware attacks aren't just happening at medical facilities, but schools and businesses across the country.
In the last 2 years alone, ransomware has increased exponentially.
Special Agent Anthony Crawdelt with the FBI office in Bay City says these attacks have become so frequent that they receive calls from at least 19 counties in Michigan on a daily basis over ransomware, with one of the biggest cases being the attack on the Genesee County Administration Building. It was last April when the county's computer network became the victim of a ransomware attack, locking them out of their own data.
Systems were disrupted to the citizens for a period of time, and it took a while to get the systems restored.
That's Carl Wilson, who was brought in as CIO for the Genesee County Administration Building after the attack. He says it took about 2 weeks before all of the county systems were recovered.
So I think we're better than we were before. Are we as safe as I want to be tomorrow? No.
He says they're now in the process of upgrading their entire computer network to the tune of nearly $2 million.
We had a lot of outdated technology, and the board has graciously given us the funding to go out and replace a lot of that technology. But the new technology that's going in, most of the work will be done between now and the end of March.
And it's not just large companies and buildings falling victim to these attacks, but all of us are at risk too. And one of the reasons why is because we're not updating our devices regularly.
So a lot of people just put those off and I'll do them at one shot. But the problem is that you are now vulnerable.
Here at Baker College's Center for Engineering and Computer Technology, Program Director Doug Witten teaches classes on cyber defense and says one of the ways in which you can protect yourself from becoming a victim of these attacks is by simply updating your system and not opening up any suspicious or unrecognizable emails.
It's keeping up to date with system patches, with system software to begin with. It may take $40 to upgrade it, let's say. But the first time you ever get hacked, they're going to be demanding a lot more than $40.
In Genesee County, Jonathan Jackson, WNEM TV5.
Now, in 2018, Michigan ranked 8th in victim losses and internet crimes, including ransomware. The FBI believes there are unreported cases. Now, if you're the victim of an internet crime, you can report it by going to the hotlink section of WNEM.com.